Hey y'all, so come sit with me, hang out on my lunch break. Let's talk about something. So I recently posted a video, an incident, an interaction that I had at the park recently, and it kind of blew up on Instagram. I included a long caption with the full story on what had happened leading up to the point that I started recording, and I realized quickly human nature and through the comments that a lot of people had not actually read that and are going by off of the video, which, okay, if you're not really detail attention oriented, I can kind of see how you're getting a different perspective or picture of what happened than what actually did. So I'm making this video to clear all of that up. I went to the park, parked in my usual spot. It's a huge parking lot that's kind of like a large rectangle. One way you go and drive all the way around. So I drove all the way to the back of the parking lot, parked my big ass van, and was going to meet a dog training client there. I had my little Pomeranian, my 5-pound dog Q, with me that day. And Q, I've had her for like 4 years now. She's very dog reactive, just typical small yappy dog stuff, but I've trained her a lot. I worked with her a lot. I always have her out in public working on her behavior, and Q was under control in this situation and was not even aware of this family's dogs. As I was parking, I did see this family from the other side of the parking lot making their way across, and I waited because I could definitely tell both of their dogs were not under control. They were pulling at the end of the leash, pulling through the harnesses, just all over the place. So I just waited patiently until they passed on to the other side of the parking lot. They were a good distance away from me. So at that point I got out, got Q out, got her ready, started walking towards the center area where the video happened. And I could see, like, across the parking lot, the dogs had definitely noticed my dog, but we were so far away and my dog's under control and we're minding our own business, so she's just calmly in a heel walking along with me. So I'm paying attention as I'm getting further away from my van and moving towards the picnic table, and I can hear the man give instructions to the woman that's handling the brindle dog to either like use the training call or something, like either vibrate or shock. I'm thinking, okay, well, they're far enough away, like if anything he can grab the leash and handle it. So I continued making my way towards the picnic table, and then I heard them like rustling of the dog getting closer from across the parking lot. So at this point, like, I'm over by the picnic table, very calm, my dog is calm, under control, no issue. And then I see the dog continuing to drag the woman handler towards us, getting closer and closer, trips her up in a pile of brush. She falls down, the dog breaks free, starts to like charge at us. So at that point I pick my dog up. Now I absolutely hate having to pick a dog up because that just because I know what's going to happen. The attacking dog, I mean, that puts them right up there at you, and they're going to be jumping and trying to grab, so they can accidentally grab you, and it's just a whole lot of drama. But I knew, because my dog is so small, 5 pounds, and this is like a big bully mix coming at us, I knew if I left my dog on the ground, it's going to be complete chaos, getting tangled up, and there's no way, like there's a bigger chance of that dog to be able to get to my dog on the ground. I picked my dog up. The dog, absolutely no hesitation, charged right up on me. As it jumped up, I kicked the shit out of it, got it away, created some distance, came back, so I kicked it again. At this point, the dog had had enough and scurried off back towards the family. So I still, at this point, was minding my own business, recovering from that, and looking around, scanning the environment. We're still over here by ourselves at the picnic table across from the parking lot. The moment I start recording is when the man starts to come over aggressively to start yelling at me and telling me how wrong I was for protecting myself and protecting my dog, which is completely irrational and insane. And he claimed it was an accident, which, yes, guy, I get it. I'm a dog owner. Like, shit happens. It's not a matter of if, in a lot of cases, it's a matter of when sometimes. So that's why, though, I train my dogs really well if I know I'm going to be out in public with them. And anyone who scrolls down my feed on my Magnum Opus page can see I work with tons of dogs, all kinds of behaviors, and I work with a lot of reactivity and aggression, and I have powerful breeds that I do that are trained to bite, that I do protection sports with, and that will bite for real. So I take dog ownership and handling those types of serious protection guardy type of dogs very seriously. I recorded for multiple reasons, not just for content or whatever people are trying to say in some of the comments. I don't give a shit about that. I'm a small platform, as you guys can see. I was recording for public awareness because that park is insanely popular. There's a lot of families that go there, a lot of people that bring their pet dogs out. No one is going out there expecting to get charged at full speed, bully breed dog, with intention to make contact with their dog or them. I recorded for the police report for his behavior, which he was being completely irrational. And I wanted to get on video the fact that his dogs were in harnesses saying service dogs, and I wanted to document the fact that he's falsifying service dogs, which in Texas, where we're at, is a criminal offense, which he said they're service dogs on camera. Obviously, anyone with an ounce of common sense knows none of that is service dog behavior. You know, we had our little exchange, which I'll include at the end of me talking here. And directly after that, you know, he walked off still talking shit, whatever. Well, I also obviously didn't want to be there longer than I had to, because I could tell, by the second he was losing control of the tan dog. So a lot of people are watching just the video and seeing the tan dog fixating and at the end of the leash and pulling towards us as he's talking. And the brindle dog is off to the side, tail tucked, looking nervous or fearful, as people are saying in the comments, because I already handled business with that dog, you guys. That was the initial aggressive dog charging that got away from the owner. And you could see the girl in the video off to the side, if you're paying attention. She's brushing the dirt and the sticks off of her because she fell. The dog dragged her down. But yeah, I already handled it with that dog. So everything was taken care of, but he let the tan dog drag over. All those reasons why I started recording, because he was in the wrong multiple times. I'm a rational person. I can understand accidents happen, but this was a case of, fuck around, find out. If you're gonna behave that way after your dog just did that, there's got to be consequences and awareness. So I am someone who is a professional dog trainer. I deal with this shit every day. It's my career. I'm out in real life training, working dogs, getting through situations, coaching clients on how to handle situations. I wanted him to understand that I'm not going to stand for that bullshit. I'm paying attention. I know things to pay attention to with dogs out there. A lot of things are going through my mind. I'm not just blissfully ignorant and unaware out there when I'm working with dogs or have my personal dogs with me. So I'm paying attention to all these things, and I'm fast, I'm quick, because I train for these types of situations. What if it was a child or an elderly person or a handicapped person or just really anyone? People are out there, they might, recently recovered from surgery and they're just going on a nice hike and things like that. There's all these variables that make what happened with that guy's dog extremely dangerous. At some point, there's got to be accountability. It's just ridiculous. Yes, I started recording that, but I wanted to get some clarification on what actually happened leading up until that point. So no, my dog wasn't on leash. My dog was not the instigator. Trust me, I can't stand little dog shit. That's why I train the shit out of her. Scroll through my feed, you can see there's a lot of videos of her actually being a demo dog in a lot of cases. So I'm realistic, I'm rational. I don't want anyone to get hurt. I don't want anyone's dog to get hurt. There's no bias bullshit against bully breeds, pit bull dogs, whatever, which some people are trying to say in the comments. I understand terriers extremely well. and I know what it takes to own them, and I know what it takes to be responsible with dogs like that, because I have like powerful breeds, powerful working breeds. So that family's out there and you're watching this, like, dude, when I said I would pray for you, like, yeah, I hope you come to your senses and realize what just happened, and realize and understand that you're lucky that the worst thing that happened to your dog that day wasn't getting kicked. Because a lot of people watching that, and a lot of people already, they have a weapon on them, they're going to put your dog down. It's going to be a really sad and bad day in front of your family. So what would you rather have happened? Me kicking your dog away, diffusing the situation, it's done? Or your family actually seeing your dog die in front of you? Or someone not fast enough as me, not ready, not prepared, falls victim, and their dog falls victim to the irresponsibility of your choices with your family and those types of dogs. So if you're seeing this, I forgive you, and we can talk about it. And if you can humble yourself, I would be happy to help train and work with you. But if you're gonna double down and behave like you did in the video to me, like, because you could do that with anyone out there when you're completely in the wrong on multiple things, yeah, no regrets. We have to do better if we're gonna choose to bring these types of dogs into our life, live with them, have them around our family, take them out in public around other people and their families. Fucking do better. I know some of you said, just get away, move away, stop talking to him, you're egging it on or whatever. I was literally backed into a picnic table. That dog was so locked on. There was a long picnic table, so all I could go was like left or right or forward towards them. So I needed them to get away from me first. I had my dog under control. As I explained, the reason why I did say things to him and recorded was for all the awareness and for all the points that he's wrong on and faking and all that BS. So hope that clears some things up. Because even those of you that don't really actually understand dog behavior, what you were seeing in that video, okay, let's humor you. Even in play, as you say, if that tan dog or the brindle dog, their intent was to just play with my 5-pound squirrel looking hamster gerbil ass dog, regardless, don't ever not advocate for and protect your dog in a situation like that in public. Do not trust anyone, do not trust their dog. And in that situation as well, it's a very different situation than dogs being off leash in a yard, daycare situation, whatever. On leash and with the person on the other end of it adds in a whole lot more variables regarding energy, attention, body language, all these signals that are getting sent down the leash. So even if you think that dog wants to play, it doesn't. Even if you think that dog wants to play, you don't want to fuck around and find out. Because all it takes is that dog to slam into you, knock you down, jump on your dog, even grabbing it in play, whatever, pushing it around, stepping on it. Dead dog. Or a very serious high vet bill. Not worth it.
That's what you're doing.
You need to back your dog off of mine.
You need to back your ass off my dog. Kick my dog. What's wrong with you? They don't even bite.
Your dog got away from her and came up to attack
bite.
my dog.
They don't bite. Take your little chihuahua over there then. Kick my dog. What the hell? What if I punted your dog across the damn street?
My dog is not off leash. I'm being responsible. The dog got away from her and ran up on me.
On accident. So
with a service dog vest on?
Exactly. They are service dogs.
That's service dog behavior.
He is.
Service dogs should be in control at all times.
Kick my dog. Let's see what happens.
I will protect my dog and me because we're being responsible. We are on
You
leash.
kick dogs?
I kick dogs that are coming after
Is
me.
that responsible? Kicking dogs? Exactly.
You wear that cross, I'll pray for you.
I'll pray for you. Come on.